Are you living your best life? Well, the answer to that question, quite simply, is yes, because this is your only life. But do you challenge yourself? Do you move, or do you approach at least your comfort zones? At the moment, I'm in transit, I'm travelling, so I'm staying in an unfamiliar place, an unfamiliar room. Little things I notice I never sleep quite as well as I do when I spend the first night away from my usual home. And the whole process of travelling, I was in the airports yesterday, and I find them a fascinating place. Airports, these limbic places in between worlds. And as I sit, and I quite like just to sit, and people watch the world go by, and you tend to see people, and as well you see yourself in a slightly different aspect of yourself, because we're not in our familiar patterns of life. And so I watch people as they walk past, and you can sense that feeling that people are a little bit lost even. And so when we feel out of our comfort zones, which you do usually when you travel, I mean, there are all the different emotions that arise. There's excitement, there's a destination. There can be fear. Will you reach that destination? What are you leaving behind? And in a way, it's like life in a microcosm, life in miniature. And so as I watch the people walking by, my first observation is everybody seems to be looking at their phone. And I mean, in today's world, it's the norm now to have some handheld device that we're continually having to look at and to interact with. But it seems even more so in the airports, people walking up and down, head in the phone, and it made me contemplate, it made me reflect for a moment that maybe people are looking for security. So as they leave their home, maybe their loved ones behind, there's still that connection with the person, the place through their phone. Or maybe it's just the familiarity, the security in a familiar habit, which a lot of the times that's what using these devices is. It's just a matter of habit. When there's a moment or two of stillness or nothing much going on, that we instantly grab for distraction. Before there were phones, it used to be our mind that distracted us, but it seems these days it's been externalised into these devices. So it's good. It is good to approach your comfort zone. You don't trample all over it. You respect where you feel comfort, but it's good to explore your boundaries. And when you explore your boundaries, we sort of shuffle away the security blanket of our day-to-day living and maybe approaching your life in a more direct manner, experiencing your life in a more direct manner. And you don't necessarily need to travel. Travel, I find, is good. It broadens my horizons, and that connection, familiarising yourself with different places, different people. And there's that simple realisation that we're all the same. We're all the same, no matter what nationalities, flags that you wave. Intrinsically, when you connect with somebody from wherever in the world, our hearts connect as we're all the same. So travel is good, but it's not for everybody. Maybe you don't have the means to travel. So try living your day-to-day life a little differently. Walk to work or wherever your familiar place in the morning. Go a different way. You'd be surprised how much we sort of slip into almost an autopilot. How many times have you travelled a familiar journey to reach your destination and have absolutely no recollection of that time it's taken you to get to your destination. How scary is that? Where's that time gone? Where were you? How present were you when you was in transit, when you were moving? So it's good to do things differently. Walk to work a different way, or drive to work a different way. Take another train, another bus, or just simply explore the place where you live from a different perspective, from a different mindset. And it helps to remind us, it helps to remind me that this is a phenomenal world that we live in. And sometimes familiarity can, in a way, confine us. It can narrow our perceptions. So to live your best life, which is this life, let's be honest, this life, we're blessed with this life, but maybe a little differently. Break out of those familiar patterns and explore, experience, and ultimately we share the love. Well, thank you. I'll continue with my travels and hopefully I'll be able to upload some more material tomorrow. Please like the video, please share, subscribe, and donate if you want to help support this channel. Thank you.